Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Azman. So today we will present about our final project that is hotel reservation system. So these are our group members: Halimaton Saadiah binti Ibrahim 259125, Syazatul Natrah binti Abdul Rahman 261318, Nur Ayuni binti Mohd Azlan 263574, and myself Nurul binti Khairul Umor 263626. So for the task one, we have to do a preparation for database creation, such as introduction, database schema, capacity planning, create database and table, insert data, and query data. So for the introduction, online reservation is made through the white hotel website by a phone call, Facebook, and also Messenger. It can reduce the probability of making many errors. For the hotel reservation system database, we are using SQL. In the SQL, we have a 5 tables such as booking, book type, customer detail, payments, and room. It's become more systematic and easy to maintain the database and make the data more structured and easy to scan through using this scheme. So this is a database schema that have 5 tables, which is payment, book type, bookings, room, and customer. For the calculation this space, the total of the estimate this size is 12.41 MB. So this is a snapshot screen for tables. For the table 1 is booking. In the booking, we have a booking ID, arrival, checkout, room number, customer ID, book type, and also book time. Next is book type. We have 4 type, which is Facebook, Messenger, phone call, and website. Next is for customer. We have a customer ID, first name, last name, address, postal code, city, country, phone, and also register time. For the table 4 payments, we have booking ID, customer ID, amount, pay, and pay time. And the last table is table rooms. We have room number, room type, price per night, and also max persons. Next, I will pass to my friend.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Halimaton Saadiah binti Ibrahim. I would like to present the task 2, which is managing database security. In this task 2, we are going to create login, create user, assign server role, assign user role, and test security. Firstly, create login and assign server role. There are 3 login that we are going to create. First, expand the security tab, right-click on login and click new login to create login for the login one. Next, assign the server role SYS admin to login 1 by ticking the public and SYS admin. Then click OK. Again, expand the security tab, right-click on login and click new login to create login for login 2. But login 2 does not have any assigned server role to it. For your information, login 1 and login 2 was created as Meets SQL Server authentication. Finally, create login for login 3 as window authentication mode and click OK. However, login 3 are having an error. This is because login 3 is set as window authentication mode. Windows authentication is the default and is often referred to as integrated security because this SQL Server security model is tightly integrated with Windows. Before we create user, we are going to create database role. First, expand security, right-click, click new, and click new database role. Set the database role name as role 1 and tick the deny button on create table and delete to set the permission to deny create and delete table. Now we move on to create user. There are 3 users we are going to create. First, expand the security tab, right-click users and click new user. Next, set the user type as SQL user with login. Name the username as user1 and assign to login account of login 1. Then, click on schemas to fix database rule for user 1. Tick DB reader in schemas owned by this user. Finally, click membership and tick role 1 in database role membership. Then click OK. Next, we are going to create user 2. In general, set user type as SQL user with login. Name the username as user2 and assign to login account of login 2. Then click on schemas, tick DB owner in schemas by this user and click OK. Finally, create user 3. In general, set user type as SQL user with login. Name the username a user 3 and assign to login account of login 1. Then click on schemas, tick DB owner in schemas owned by this user and click OK. However, we are failed to create user 3. This is because the login 1 has already an account under a different username, which is user 1. Now, the final step of managing database security is to test the security of the database. First, reconnect and connect to the server, choose database engine and SQL authentication. We are going to log in as login 1 and click connect. We are trying to create a table by using login 1. It is found that login 1 can create a table as usual. Last but not least, we are going to test security for login 2. First, we connect and connect to server. Choose database engine and SQL authentication. Choose login 2 and click connect. We found that login 2 cannot create a table because login 2 server roles are not public and exploit as admin unlike login 1. Now we move on to task 3, which is automating administrative tasks. In this task 3, we are going to create job, create device, create alert, raise error, and execute job. Before we are going to create job to backup our database, firstly we create a backup device because all the backups must be implemented on the backup devices. To create a backup device, expand the server objects tab, right-click on backup device and click new backup device. Next, in general, set the device name as hotel backup device and save the backup device in file. There are 3 backups for our database that we are going to create, which is full backup, differential backup, and transaction log backup. To create a job for full backup database, click the backup database and choose database as hotel reservation system. Choose full in backup type and click database in database component. The destination backup to this and add hotel backup device. Then click script action to job. In this new job, click general and create name as backup database hotel reservation system. Set owner as SA and category is uncategorized local. Click enable and click schedules for job schedules. In the new job schedule, click new and create a name as full backup. Choose weekly, tick Sunday and time as we want the full backup to occur for every Sunday at 8 a.m. Then click OK. To execute full backup, expand the Jobs tab, right-click on Backup Database Hotel Reservation System and click Start Job as tab. It was successfully execute the full backup. For the differential backup database, click the backup database and choose database as hotel reservation system. Choose differential in backup type and click database in database component. The destination backup to this and add hotel backup device. Then click script action to job. In this new job, click general and create name as differential backup database hotel reservation system. Set owner as SA and category is uncategorized local. Click enable and click schedules for job schedules. In the new job schedule, click new and create a name as differential backup. Choose weekly, tick Wednesday and time as we want the differential backup to occur for every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Then click OK. To execute differential backup, expand the Jobs tab, right-click on Differential Backup Database Hotel Reservation System and click Start Job as tab. It was successfully execute the differential backup. Lastly, for transaction log backup database, click the backup database and choose database as hotel reservation system. Choose transaction log in backup type and click database in database component. The destination backup to this and add hotel backup device. Then click script action to job. In this new job, click general and create name as transaction log backup database hotel reservation system. Set owner as SA and category is uncategorized local. Tick enable and click schedules for job schedules. In the new job schedule, click new and create a name as transaction log backup. Choose daily and time as we want the transaction log backup to occur for every day at 2 p.m. Then click OK. To execute transaction log backup, expand the Jobs tab, right-click on Transaction Log Backup Database Hotel Reservation System and click Start Job as tab. It was successfully execute the transaction log backup.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Syazatul binti Rahman. So I will continue present about in the task 3 lies alert. If an error will have happened inside this try statement, the control will have immediately get transferred to catch a statement and then it will have started executing code line by line. Task 4, monitor SQL server performance. Monitoring server dashboard. System level monitoring server dashboard. Let's jump into SQL Server Management Studio SSMS, and the first thing we are going to take you through out of the box dashboard report of all level. They can be found by right-clicking the SQL Server instance in Object Explorer and from the context menu, report, standard report. Activity monitoring processes give us the ability to look at currently running processes so we can manage them. Right-click, bring up the context menu from where they can be terminated, trace in SQL Server Profiler. View as an education plan. TSQL, specific SQL Server monitoring using TSQL. The season detail image pop-ups a dialog showing last SQL TSQL common batch. Resources weights show information about the weights of resources. Data file IO show the current data file IO information that is happening at the file level. recent or active expensive queries, show the recent expensive queries that use many resources, memory, disk activity, network, performance using the SQL profiler. Click the very first button that says new trace. This will bring up the connection dialog to your instance. After the connection is established to the instance you want to profile and create traces again, the trace properties window will appear. Give the trace a name in the trace name box. And since we want to replay this trace, select a built-in trace template. For now, save this as a file by checking the Save to File option and then change the tab to Event Selection. Since we choose a template, it's going to pre-select a lot of events. In this case, let's click the column filter button to set a filter on the database name. We only want to trap events that hit the hotel reservation system database. This is a great way to trim out all the extra noise that will be coming in a real world scenario. Once all this is set up, click OK in the Edit Filter dialog to save the setting and close it. Back in initial window, hit the Run button to start the trace. So this trace is running now, monitoring everything that is happening in the hotel reservation system database. Switch over SSMS and execute some queries, or just let it run in the background for a while. Various events will be captured even if no user queries are hitting the database. SQL profiler, open the trace in SQL server profiler, and then now go to replay and choose start. Connect to server. Once again, bring up the SQL server connection dialog to your instance, and which will then to take us to replay configuration window, in which we can change the replay server if we need to for the purpose mentioned earlier. It's pretty much straightforward from this point. Just click OK to replay the trace. The first row will always contain all the replay setting events. Then anytime there is an event, it will fire off the event. The result set will only indicate that it's done. At the very end, you will find the replay statistic event, which show the total event provider or internal errors that occurred, its ratio state, and the total replay time. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Nur Ayuni. So I would like to present the task 5, which is transferring data. So under the transferring data, it have a 4 subtasks, which is export file, import files, create package, and detach database. So this is import and import file. For the first step, we need to right click the database and choose task, then export or import the data. After that, we need to choose data source and data destination. Thirdly, we need to specify table copy, or we need to type the query SQL statement. And then we need to select source table and view data mapping if we need to edit the data mapping. After that, we need to execute data or serve and run a package. And then we need to ensure the exporting process is successful. If not successful, we can check error the message. And then the data is successful transfer. And for the last one is we need to check transfer file database in directory. Next is create package. For the create package, we need to save it as an integration service package, SSIS package, to SQL Server or window authentication. And then we need to give the name for the SSIS package and ensure the server name is server name instance. And we need to ensure the importing process is successful. And for the last one, we can check transfer file in the directory database SQL Server or window. Okay, this is detached database. For the first step is in the SSMS repository. We need to expand the database and right click the file of the database that we need to detach. After that, on the menu, we can click task and detach. And thirdly is in the detached database window, review the database information and make sure the status is ready. If the status is ready, click the OK button, and we need to review the database tree to verify that the database has been detached properly. And for the last step is we can copy the database into our own disk. That's all from us. Thank you.